Welcome to this week's edition of Mountain Outhouse News. I'm your host, Jam Jam. This is the crazy to happen in running this week. This week's stories include the Hoka One TenNine, Anton's fifth coming, and most 200's in a year challenge? Hallelujah, it sounds like the Angeles Crest 100 might have a path forward, with the proposed wilderness areas threatening its existence. The course has had to be altered many times, switching from an amazing single track to more and more road. The most recent round of wilderness proposals would mean more of the same for the famed race. Thanks to the Trail Running Advocates of Southern California, or TRASC, who have been working hard on getting the AC 100 grandfathered into the HR 2546 bill, Dom Grossman shared that there is now language in that bill that specifically names the AC 100 as an authorized event, not unlike Hard Rock and Western states. Now it just needs to be passed. For that, he's asking to help pass it along to your local representatives. I'm likely not the first to bring this to your attention, but if I am, it'll give me a bit of joy. So Nike has been captivating the road running world with their Vaporfly and Alpha Flies and all kinds of flies, while we are talking about max stack heights and carbon plates. But what about max length? Hoka's latest offering is pushing the limits of just that. The TenNine shoe is supposedly a downhiller's dream, offering stability and cushion. What do you think, Outhouse Nation? Would you wear these? I just have to ask, if it's a downhill shoe, do you have to carry a second pair during a race for the uphills? The Olympic marathon trials have come and gone. Now that the dust has settled, do you feel a bit deflated? I sure kind of feel that way. So to recap, Jim Walmsley, the ultra fan favorite, placed 22nd in 2:15. Galen Rupp, Jacob Riley, and Abdi grabbed the men's spots, and for the ladies, it was Alphine Tuliamuk, Molly Seidel, and Sally Kipiego. Des Linden was just outside in 4th. The USATF 50K Road Champs were held at Comset Park, featuring 10 times a 5K loop. Camille Herron took the win here in 3:25, pretty unsurprisingly way out front. For the men, Callan Kahn, who missed qualifying for the Olympic trials, took his speed to the ultra distance here for the win in 2:57. I'm hesitant to get too excited about this next story, but shoot, what have I got to lose here? Anton is back, folks. The second or third, okay, maybe fifth coming is upon us. So let's head to Strava for the juicy details and rejoice. So weeding through his several times a week 50 to 90 mile bicycle rides, you'll see Anton's been running a lot lately. And by a lot, I mean he's back to smashing out 20 to 30 mile jaunts around town. Let's just hope he holds up. Could you imagine Anton back in the ultra scene? Man, that would be a sight to see. There are quite a few triple crowns out there in the world, most notably thoroughbred racing, and even some in the running world, but this one is new to me. Callum Neff is now the Guinness Book of World Records holder of the marathon, half marathon, and 10K while pushing a stroller. He did so while pushing a different one of each of his daughters. His marathon was 2:31 with Allie, the half was 1:11 with Holly, and just this past week was a 10K in 31:43 with Maya. We've reported on the rollover prize money for the past couple of years at the Strolling Jim 40 mile in Tennessee, and it seems to date the prize purse hasn't been sufficient to produce results of breaking Andy Jones's record. I have to say, it would only be appropriate for Mr. Jim Walmsley to come claim the title, but alas, he's yet to do so. Laz has some other updates that are rather interesting now that the prize is up to $6,000 this year for the men's record. Sounds like there are a couple 2:15 Kenyan marathoners attending this May. Updates then. We were sent a new FKT by Conestoga Cowboys on their home trail, the 63-mile long Conestoga Trail in Pennsylvania. They reported that James Weaver ran it in 11 hours 27 minutes, self-supported. That would better Keith Winder's record of 15:14. Hey Cowboys, pro tip for you. Be sure James reports his FKT to the fastest known website. As of this recording, his record was still not live. I'm a bit more familiar with this one. There is a new FKT on the Florida Trail. Sean Blanton ran the 1,108 mile trail supported in a total of 22 days, 7 hours, 28 minutes. to set the new mark, besting the former record set in unsupported fashion by Daniel Munsell in 24 days, 11 hours. Well, it's only been a couple months, but amazingly, Walter Handloser, the man who ran 50 100-mile races in 2019, seems to have come out the other end in one piece, and he's already dreaming of his next series of adventures. In a post on Facebook this past week, Walter posted another of his trusty spreadsheets outlining his plans for 2021 to run the most 200-mile plus races in 1 year. He put out a call to the public after assembling what he thought was a fairly comprehensive list of 30 events from 200 to 400 miles, but after some input, it has ballooned to a total of 80 races, yes, including some fixed-time format events. With the calendar now organized, that's 41 weeks of the year covered with a 200-miler available. Walter, all I gotta say is good timing, as this is a perfect segue into the newest point-to-point 200-plus miler in the US. Yes, Aeroviper Running will be hosting the Cocodona 250 in May of 2021, traveling from Black Canyon City through Crown King, Prescott, Jerome, the Verde Valley, Sedona, and finishing in downtown Flagstaff. It's gonna be a wild ride featuring some of Arizona's most scenic and diverse landscapes, and we plan to see you there, and hopefully many more of you from the Outhouse Nation. Thanks for tuning in to episode 185 of Outhouse News. The show would not be possible without the support of our Patreon contributors, who help with the production of the show each and every week. Join the Patreon crew at the link below for as little as $2 per month. Huge shout out to our $50 level supporters, Squirrels Nut Butter, Brian Sands, Mark Grabowski, Renee Feint, and the Twisted Fork Ultra out of Park City, as well as our $25 level supporters, Bluebird Running Company, Sean Trujillo, Carrie Savage, Casey Carter, and Jeff Holbrook. Thanks for checking out the show, and we'll see you next time. If you have crazy stories to share or a question or feedback for the show, please leave a comment below. Finally, if you'd like to own this custom pair of Jam Jam sunglasses, check out the link in the description. Have a shitty week.